Up next, he's a 22-year-old out of Gainesville, Florida, Drew Drechsel. There's no denying Drew Drechel's unbridled enthusiasm. Whether it's here on the streets of Japan or back home in Gainesville, Florida, this young athlete can break out into a gymnastics move at a moment's notice.
Coming for you, Matt Midoriyama.
But this rough and tumble kid is just as comfortable kicking back on his couch.
Currently live in a little two-bedroom apartment with my girlfriend. I've got 2 ferrets, 2 baby Dumbo rats, and a foster puppy. You come home, you pick up this little ball of fluff who just sits there. He just wants to be loved. It's amazing. My training mainly consists of parkour and free running. The parkour and free running really helps with my strength, agility, and conditioning, which in turn all is going to help me from Matt Midoriyama. I really feel honored and privileged to be with these other 9 great, amazing athletes to represent the USA in Ninja Warrior. We got here for a reason. We're strong, we're agile, we're fast, we're quick. There's no reason we can't do that course if we just take our time and do it right. When I go out to the starting line, I'm just gonna close my eyes, take some deep breaths, run through the course in my head a few times, and do what I do. It's one hell of a lifetime experience.
So Drew Drechsel is set to go. This 5'9" car detailer from Florida has established himself as one of the most athletically gifted competitors in the field.
And one of the most confident.
He says he always thinks of his late grandmother for inspiration. Drew says she was his biggest fan and told him he could do anything he put his mind to.
Never been to Japan before, but physically so talented, you could call him the dark horse of the division.
His foot slipped out on the rolling escargot, but he is through.
Huge jump off, that's great timing. That's that physical ability we've been talking about, Matt.
It can make up for some mistakes, real smooth in the giant swing as well. On to the jumping spider, and Drew Drechsel looking strong as expected.
He's so physically talented.
A little stumble there, but perhaps got a little wide, but able to absolutely muscle his way through, Jimmy.
That's that lack of experience. We talk all the time about his physical talent. He's never been on this obstacle before. How will that affect him later, having never been here?
His athleticism is making up for some mistakes, but can he get through this course? On to the half-pipe attack. Looking good, and stumble on the landing there, Jimmy, holding his knee. Looks like it, and he's down. Jimmy, he looks injured. He is stumbling his way to the warp wall and just grimacing in pain, Jimmy.
Now, did he hit it, or is something seriously wrong? I think something's seriously wrong, Matt. Well, that's the end. His run was so promising up until now, but he is in a lot of pain, Matt. Yeah, I think it's his knee, and he is in a lot of pain, Matt. You can see it on his face.
The medical staff is coming to check out Drew Drechsel. Jimmy, what happened?
Well, it was the landing on the half-pipe attack. The landing is much smaller this year than it was last year. Drew mistimed his landing. Looks like he injured his right knee. There's so many things that can go wrong with the knee, ACL, MCL. When you look at it again, this is every athlete's worst nightmare. He's got a lot of momentum going, plants his foot, but the knee appears to keep turning. That can be a very serious injury, Matt.
So the paramedics are loading Drew onto a stretcher right now. He's still in considerable pain, and you can see the concerned looks on the faces of his fellow competitors.
I can't imagine what Travis Rosen is thinking now. He's already on the start line. He's the next man up, but he's got to try and block all this stuff out.
Well, they're carrying Drew to the medical tent so the doctors can work on him, and as soon as we get word, we will update his condition. A dramatic turn here at Mount Midoriyama, and a sobering note for the rest of these athletes. Coming up, will Travis Rosen